Beautiful. Welcome to this roundtable where we'll be sharing our thoughts about connecting to our true sovereignty and also how the collective can aid Gaia to regain her true sovereignty, free from inversions that she may have picked up from such things such as war, negative magic, and various trauma that really has lowered her vibration throughout the whole time and space, which is, we do quite a lot of work with that, all of us. We are all Aura and R.A.A.H Reiki practitioners. And so a lot of us, so we've got Siobhan from Ireland, we've got Cora, Paulina, and myself and Jeffrey from the UK, and then Samir is from France. So yes, we are coming from these locations. Yes, so within this roundtable, we are going to be doing a sound healing meditation, and we really just wanted to share with you our thoughts and our knowing within us. So thank you for joining us today. And we're just going to go around and introduce ourselves. Cora, did you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Right. Hi, my name's Cora and I come from West Devon. Nice to be here. Okay, so you can find my website, links will be below. I have a website and I'm part of the Aura Practitioner, so I'll be on the Aura Practitioner website as well. So there's reviews of my hypnosis and things that you can find on there. Thank you.
Thank you, Cora. And Samia?
Yes, so my name is Samia and I am based in France. I am an R.A.A.H and R.A.A.H practitioner and I'm also a galactic Akashic reader. And you can find me on my website that is called theconscioushealingpath.com and also on aurapractitioner.com. And I also have an Instagram and TikTok account, so you can follow me there if you feel called to. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Paulina. I am based in UK, London, originally from Poland. I am R.A.A.H practitioner and you can find me on my website at unity-healing.co.uk. I believe all the links will be underneath this video. You can also find me on Instagram at unityhealing_. And I'm excited to share a little bit of sound and about sovereignty today. Thank you.
Digwith, everybody. My name is Siobhan. I'm the Celtic Empath. I'm based in Ireland, over on the southwest coast, and I'm an R.A.A.H practitioner, quantum galactic Akashic reader. I also do oracle readings, and yeah, that's really it. A bit of a time traveler and a starseed light worker doing grid work. And we're all elevating, I suppose, in this work together. So it's great to be here. Great that to be part of this community as we're coming together closer and building more of a community together. So thank you, Clare and Jeffrey, for hosting us this evening. So looking forward to our talk. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are exactly that, a beautiful community, and we work together within the work that we do. We have a little group going that we share all of the different energy work that we do together, any channel messages, meditations that we may have, and we just like aid each other. It's such a beautiful divine, like, soul friendship community that we have. It's truly an honor for us to work together and find each other in this time and space. So yes, thank you. Jeffrey and I are so it's Jeffrey and Claire.
Hello.
We are this known as the Circle of Light Healer. We are twin flames in sacred union. And we offer services either together or individually, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
We're both Aura and R.A.A.H Reiki trained, and we're both also quantum quantum
Galactic Akashic readers.
Yes, that's what we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. And we do a lot of grid work on the land. We go to various different places that we're guided to go to, which is absolutely phenomenal. We are really blessed with our role. And sometimes we're just told to, we've been doing a lot of work linked in actually with the sovereignty that we're going to speak about today. So we do a lot of work with the Christos and the Sophia energies. Now, everybody has the Christos and the Sophia energies within you. You do not, it's a lot of people kind of would think that it is just for like Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, those kind of energies that you might kind of resonate with this Christos and Sophia energies. But we are all Christ consciousness energy. That means that we all have the ability to tap into those energies. And so that's what we've been doing. We've been embodying the aspects of us, that beautiful divine masculine and divine feminine energies, and then we've been anchoring those energies within Gaia. So now to understand, yes, we are twin flames in sacred union, but you do not have to be in a twin flame sacred union to be able to anchor these energies in. It's all about anchoring the divine masculine and the divine feminine within you. So once that is the main thing, that beautiful Christos Sophia energy within you. And there's many different ways that you can do that. I know balancing for me is I've really been working on that balance of the masculine and feminine. I was I'm very divine feminine, and I've had to do a lot of work within my divine masculine. It's been quite unbalanced, but it's coming in, and it's really coming in with that beautiful harmony when you are balanced. And then when we came together, we actually did a lot of work together, didn't we? So and it's still ongoing now. I mean, it's just a constant working of those balancing energies between us, isn't it?
Yes, and just like Claire was too much in a feminine unbalanced, I was too much in my wounded masculine, very unbalanced. So it's interesting how we're sort of at the opposite ends, and then we sort of work on them, and then we come together in the middle, don't we?
Yes, definitely come together in the middle. And we do a lot of work with the so Jeffrey does a lot of work with the Uranus energy, and then I do a lot of work with the Gaia energy, which I always feel as though Uranus is the beautiful sacred union partner of Gaia, that beautiful Uranus like green nature, the stag heart, that's how I always imagine, that's how we work together quite a lot. So I don't know how everybody else has been feeling with these energies coming in. I must mention about the solar eclipse to the lunar eclipse, because I know that I was guided to do this round table within this pocket of energy, this portal energy of the solar eclipse that was the 30th of April to the lunar eclipse of the 5th of May. Now, what we were shown was this beautiful, the divine sacred union that this Christos and Sophia, divine father, divine mother, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, there's so many different aspects. So we've basically been doing a lot of work on the land, haven't we, to fully embody and anchor in these energies within us. And when we do fully embody these energies, we then receive beautiful activations, don't we?
Yeah.
And it kind of like lifts us up to the kind of the next sort of stage of our own evolution. And then we start working on something else. It might be looking into another energy, another aspect of us. So we just wanted to kind of share that, really.
I personally love gridding. I love going out there wherever it is, even if it's just walking in the land where we are. It's just gridding for me is the main thing that gets me going. And when we do get the activation and all that, it's not just for us, it's for the collective. And then we can come back and share those activations, can't we, with the collective?
Yeah.
Whoever's ready. So,
yeah.
Yes. Amazing.
Yeah, so that's what our true sovereignty is for us, is our true energy, this Christos and Sophia energy. And looking back, just remembering that as we are all Aura practitioners, which is a modality by Rising Phoenix Aurora, shares the teachings of a past life regression. So looking into remembering that we have fractals of us throughout all time and space, that when they're ready for healing, it will come up for healing, and then that aspect of us will be truly embodied, that beautiful Christ consciousness.
Mhm.
And so we have done quite a lot of work within ourselves, within sessions, within meditation. We've done a lot of work that has healed the fractal parts of us, and also on the land to help the Gaia, that Gaia's energy, to release any of those energies. So that's what everybody can do. Everybody can connect in with their own aspects and heal the fractals of them. Then there'll be another fractal that comes up. And once we've done work on Egyptian fractals of us. So once we've done that Egyptian work, we've then released those and healed any trauma, anything at all that we needed to release. And as we've done that, we have just actually, what we've done is remembered that we have been here in different times and spaces, and we're embodying all of these energies that we're going along with. So yeah, that's really what we want to share about our own sovereignty, and then aiding Gaia by releasing any of those, the wounds that she still holds, within releasing any of that energy.
I find whatever we're doing is aiding the collective on a whole, whoever's ready for it, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, which is what it's all about. Yeah, it's the service to others, isn't it? Service to self, obviously, when needed, but service to others. Yeah. So what we're doing is basically we're doing it for everyone, aren't we?
Yes.
I think we all are as healers. You know, whatever we heal in ourselves heals the collective.
Yes, definitely. Sort of holding that, embodying that, remembering who we are. So who would like to go next then? Cora, did you want to go next?
Yep, I can go next. So I've been doing quite a lot of traveling, and I've got some more traveling coming up. So over this long weekend, starting tomorrow over the full moon, I'm going down to Wales. And as sort of build up to this, I did a session with Clare and Jeffrey, and it was going back into Wales and the history connected to Guinevere, etc. And it just felt that that whole area of Wales is connected in with the 7 goddesses and the Celtic lineage. But it was almost as if, like in years gone by, that would have been more like the centre of the UK, as the landmass was bigger, and there was more connection between Ireland and Scotland and all these other places. And it became inverted, so we did a bit of clearing for that. But when I go down to Wales, I'm going to be continuing on with that. But it was almost like we saw that it was claimed by the crown, and then the definition of being a king became linked with sovereignty. So just that's what my guides have been bringing forward for me to speak about today, that sovereignty is personal sovereignty. So that's the definition of sovereignty that we need to remember now. So it's like recognizing and finding our own personal center and balance is what is returning our sovereignty to us. So it's like the journey of self-mastery within us as we're sort of healing all our trauma and our wounds, and we're recognizing and we're becoming more balanced in a place of sort of peace and calm, that then we're connecting in with the sort of the universe within us. So it's like all about personally empowering ourselves, rather than as opposed to sort of what the crown has done more, which is holding power over others. So it's sort of regaining our own personal power and reclaiming that for ourselves, really. And the second most important thing that came through was that I was just told to speak about faith. So faith being the key to sovereignty. So just speaking, because when I went to Italy, I just sort of was looking all around, and I was like seeing how the land had just been littered with a lot of rubbish. And I was just sort of thinking about the fact that so many people are infringed. And then I was just, it was almost kind of like they came and had a word with me. It's like, look, step up here, look, stop. You've got to have faith in people, because I'd kind of lost my faith in humanity to a degree. I was just seeing so many infringed people, so many people just not caring for one another, not behaving nicely to each other. And I was just reminded that the journey is difficult for all of us, and just to remember to sort of believe in each other, and most importantly, to believe in myself. Because when you've got faith in yourself and you love yourself from that sort of position, then you can sort of give that gift to other people. You sort of, as you believe in other people and then you believe in yourself, you're raising your vibration up there, and you're sort of remembering to have that love for other people, regardless of how many layers they need to still work through themselves, just to love what you can see, their Christ core consciousness within them, and just to remember that that's there, regardless of how they're reacting to situations, and even if they're behaving badly, that everyone has got that within them, and that we're each sort of building and working up to the best that we can be, but just to hold space for people where they do that and not to judge people. So where have I got to? Yeah, so it was just like having that faith in others, and just remembering that the people that have been my mentors that have meant the most to me, they've always had faith in me, and that's what's given me the ability to sort of keep working through all of this, because sort of having faith in someone else having faith in you is really empowering. It sort of gives, until you can hold that for yourself, someone else being able to hold that space for you and to have that faith in you, then just allows you to work to that point where then you can hold that for yourself. So you can just believe, because it's quite hard when you're doing this grid work and you're getting these messages from your guides to not think that you're going crazy, and to actually believe in a central place, now this is actually happening, this is real, I'm being given this guidance. And it's brilliant when you have synchronicities and other people are working on similar things and it comes through, and that gives you validation. But you've got to be able to have that faith within yourself to continue with that, with regardless of any validation, even if nobody else can validate it, just to know deep within your core that what you're being told and what you're being shown is actual, real, and it's happening and it's helping. So just to know that. So it's like loving yourself, loving others, and allowing faith in the divine plan, sort of just knowing that the divine plan is all unfolding as it's supposed to. And then when you look back on it, you see all these synchronicities and you just think, wow, it's amazing. Yeah, it is all falling into place. So what else did I have? There was one more thing. So once you're believing in yourself, then that's your sort of mission of self-mastery then. So you're going down and then you're able to give that to others. But there was one more thing. So this morning when I connected in, so Archangel Michael stepped forwards and he just gave me these words. So I'm just going to read these now. So he was just saying, the kingdom of the soul is within. You have been guardians of kingdoms in other lifetimes. This is why you came now as spiritual warriors and defenders of the spiritual kingdom. They call it the kingdom of heaven, but it is in effect your inner world, which is how you access the infinity of all that is, the infinity of creation and your own divine spirit. You are one with the divine when you reach that balance point within you, and this is how you achieve ascension. So that was all that I wanted to share today on that. Thank you for listening.
Such beautiful words, Cora. Thank you very much. Yeah, beautiful, absolutely fantastic share. Thank you. I was thinking about the self-belief that we have for our clients, you know, because that is a big part of our role, is to, because that our clients, that's all a self-healing process with Aura and R.A.A.H Reiki. And so we really show our clients that we have that belief within them is really key for, I think, their self-healing process. And because there's a lot of, I know that I've gone through a lot of self-doubt along my journey, and I've had many mentors and friends that have aided me in that self-belief. So yeah, so important.
We do say that sometimes as well when we're facing some challenge. Sometimes we joke, but in a serious way. Well, what would we say to the clients?
Yeah.
And, oh, we'd say this, and we need to start applying that to ourselves sometimes as well.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Siobhan, did you want to go next?
Hi, yes, I will. I'll go this time. Usually I like to wait, but I do feel like I really kind of want to talk about sovereignty, which is kind of unusual for me sometimes to want to kind of go first. But sovereignty is an interesting thing because it's part of the Irish. We're steeped in Irish mythology here in Ireland, so sovereignty has been a big part of our culture and our mythology, and we have the sovereignty goddess who pervades over the land here. So coming from like a Celtic background and steep learning, I've been learning to return back more into my own mythology and the power and the mystery and the magic and the ability for us to learn from mythology and what is mythology. The word myth kind of alludes to something that's not real. So everything's inverted. So we're told history is real, myth isn't real, myth is a story. Because the inversion, my belief is myth is real, history is false. So the inversion of the sovereignty is a big thing that has occurred across the land of Ireland, and hence the inversion of the sacred goddess. So in Ireland, sovereignty is represented by the goddess, and the land is represented by the goddess. She is, the land here is feminine, deeply feminine, and it holds so much energy, so much sacredness. So she's the sacred trinity of the goddess. A.U.R.A and Fola, representing the sacred trinity of the triskel and the triple spiral. So this power that emanates from these sacred symbols, it's coming back to life here. It's all over the place in mark making within the land, within the stones. And right now, for some reason, Síle na gig is coming into my mind. Síle na gig is a big mystery, but Síle na gig is a big part of the divine feminine sovereignty as to what she represents. But sovereignty here for us in Ireland, when we connect to the land, we're connecting into that divine feminine element. And the land is to be also cared and nurtured for. And so who cares and nurtures for the goddess? When she has a god, she has her equal, she has her soulmate, her twin flame, she has her other half. And so the sovereignty goddess here was always married to the king. So through sovereignty, we have a very strong culture of kingship and queenship, and how important that divine union is to come together, both king and queen who are right for each other, who are balanced with each other. And the king promises to take care of the queen. And so we have this steeped history within the culture of how the king, only if he is in absolute the rightness and the fullness of his own sovereignty, that he's good enough for the queen, can he marry the sovereignty goddess. And it's purely by her permission that she accepts him. And so the land either accepts this king as being rightful, and then he becomes the caretaker of the land. And he protects her, he supports her, he nourishes her, he looks after her. And so when we think of our mythology, of the role of what the woman plays and what the man plays, I think we're living in a culture and a society now that these two roles are really mixed up. People don't know anymore how to be feminine, how to be masculine, how do I balance out all these energies within me? And even for a man, a male, a typical male today, for him to even realize that I have a divine feminine energy within me, I'm actually a bit of both. I think it's very hard to integrate, to drop the illusions and the shadows. And that's the sovereignty, where the masculine energy, which is about Bealtaine, which is our big festival that is occurring all of this week as well. Officially this year, the 5th of May has been the date that has been picked for the calendar type event. And it's to do with, oh gosh, I can't think of the term. It's called across something. It's where the moon and the sun, I think, come into between the spring equinox. Nope, completely forgotten that detail. But anyway, there's an actual name that's happening on the 5th of May. So there's a specific reason why.
Beltane. Is that Beltane?
Well, it's Beltane in the English language, but it's Bealtaine is the traditional word for it. So yeah, I'm speaking of Beltane, but we say Bealtaine. So that is about honoring the fire and the transmutation. And it's about bringing in the solar energy as well. So it's what happens traditionally in Ireland across the land is in the very center point of England or Ireland. That's weird when I say England. In the very center of Ireland, you have the polarity north, south, east, west. So we have our 4 provinces, the land, and then right in the very center is actually considered the 5th province, going by old culture. And the 5th province is called the goddess. That's where sovereignty resides, is in the center, and everything else all spans out from this. And so we have a center point called Ishnok. And in Ishnok, the hills are set ablaze with fire all the time for the week of Bealtaine. And traditionally in Ireland, all the fires would be set all across the provinces, across the entire land. So there would be all different locations where all the fires would be hit and lit, and everybody would see them. And so the entire island of Ireland would be lit up in fire for the celebrations of Bealtaine. And so this occurs now on the hill of Uisneach or Ishnok, and it's going to be on the 5th of May as well. And what they used to do was they would light 2 massive fires on the hill of Ishnok, and then they would run the cattle, a big herd of cattle, through the fires. And this was a way to welcome in the cleansing, to welcome in the sun. It was a way to bless the cattle, to bless the crops, and to start off the festivities. So there was a lot of like ritual and symbolism around the cattle and the cow, the sacred cow, which is also connected to the sovereignty goddess as well in Ireland. So I feel like it's always really important to talk about that part of the culture. I know that there's probably traditions like that very much in Scotland and Wales as well. I'm not too sure about the UK. It's probably a little bit different the way that you celebrate Beltane there maybe, but I'm sure fires are probably lit around the place. And that's the representation of bringing in the solar energy, and that's the masculine energy, the god of the kingship. So we're welcoming the king at this time of the year to come and take care of the land with the goddess. Yeah, so that is what sovereignty means to me. And it's more of a celebration, I think, of coming into like right union, divine union within ourselves, and allowing that energy of the masculine to support, protect, and nourish us. So I think it's a beautiful representation of kingship and queenship. So that's all I have to say for the moment. Unless there's a question that I can answer, but maybe not.
No, that's fabulous. And and as you know, Siobhan, because Jeffrey and I met up with you when we went to Ireland, and we went to Uisneach as well, and the energies there are just incredible. We really, connecting in with, there's so many different past king and queenship energies that have gone to that place. So yeah, it was really interesting going there. And how you mentioned about the cow goddess, we've been, because the cow goddess can resonate in all different energies as well. And with us going to Egypt recently, Hathor, the cow goddess, and Nut as well is also a cow goddess, which is like the sky, beautiful energy. And so when you go into the Valley of the Kings and the Queens, so when you go inside of them, you see the beautiful night sky going above, and that's the representation. So it's actually like in the form of sort of leaning over Earth, but actually she's kind of in this night sky goddess form. And then Hathor is on the majority, the cow goddess is on the majority of the temples there. So yeah, it's really, really interesting. But you asked about what we do in the UK. You wasn't quite sure in England. Well, I know for me, for growing up, so I was actually part of, there is a maypole in Wellow in Nottinghamshire, and from as soon as I could start skipping around a maypole, and we all used to dance around the maypole, and that was actually what we used to do in celebration of the May 1st, the Beltane energies, when we were as a child. But I think now, understanding the energies of the beautiful May Day celebrations, we really use the fire, don't we? Yeah. It's just to really anchor in anything that is, any work that we're doing, that beautiful bring in of those energies. Yes, thank you for sharing.
And thank you, Siobhan, because I always loved hearing about, the Irish, the Scottish, and the Welsh myth. So thank you for the info and the downloads you always get, always very, very interesting.
Yeah, and they always say myths, and what we found is the bard, the bards. So the bards spoke all the truth, didn't they? If you listen back to what the bards were saying, they was just telling the truth, and the myths tell the truth.
this is what comes to me a while back about the bards. I have suddenly realised that all the druids that were, you know, such high status, you know, organically, they had these teachings, but to the people that maybe couldn't understand them, I believe that the bards were the middlemen. So they took the teachings and they understood the teachings and they sung them in a way that the people that weren't quite at their level could understand. I don't know if that resonates with any of you. Does that make sense? So the bards actually knew the teachings as well, but they sung it through sacred alchemy, through song, so that you know, the people that were not quite druid level could understand, you know, the common people, but organically in a good way, could understand what was going on higher up, so to speak.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? In a more simpler way, but with music and sound. And
yeah. And one of the greatest myths and legends, though they say myths and legends, was King Arthur and Queen Guinevere. And we all have done work within the Queen Guinevere and King Arthur energy. And that is what we were working on that when the solar eclipse began on the 30th of April. We've been really embodying those energies, and the beautiful lunar eclipse with Queen Guinevere as well. So
yeah.
Okay, Samia, would you like to go next?
Yeah. Can you hear me all right? Okay. So when I asked my higher self about something to share with this during this roundtable, I was shown a vision, and in that vision I was a little girl, really a little girl, a little frightened girl actually, and she was all completely curled up to the ground, and she was completely in fear and surrounded with dark figures and somewhat like demons, I would say, trying to eat at her and eat at her energy. And there she was being literally eaten by those dark figures, and her light was dimming down and dimming down and dimming down. And then at some point I heard my higher self say, "You're not alone. You are not alone." And then Archangel Michael came in, and then he said, "Do not fear, you're not alone. Do not fear, you're not alone." And as he was, saying those words, "Do not fear, you're not alone," the little girl, she started, standing up for herself. She started standing up, and then she turned into this beautiful woman, really a beautiful woman, standing tall and standing strong, and starting to shine bright, and understanding that there's support around her. There is, people rooting for her, whether she can see them with her physical eyes or whether they are in the energy astral world assisting us. So she started, at that point, she started singing and speaking her truth. And as she was singing and speaking her truth, her light started shining brighter and brighter. And all those dark figures, they started backing off and backing off and backing off until they completely disappeared. And at that moment, I saw that beautiful, clear blue sky, like during a beautiful summer day, and you have a beautiful wind breeze, and you're so happy, and you feel so, so happy, just happy to be there, and feel like the earth is so beautiful. It was just that feeling that remained at the end of it all. So to me, that when I saw that vision, I realized that sovereignty is about, self-truth, is about being able to express ourselves, to express our individuality, to express our, what makes us what we are. And also, I understood at that moment that little girl that was completely cornered and frightened, she was experiencing infringement upon her sovereignty, because everything that makes you feel weak, that is trying to make you shrink yourself and not express yourself, it is actually an infringement upon your sovereignty, because the moment you're not able to express yourself and express your truth, then you cannot grow, you cannot evolve, and then it is actually infringing on your soul, because the whole purpose of your soul is to grow and evolve. And in order to grow and evolve, you have to express yourself, to know yourself. So I guess my advice would be, in any area of your life, whatever area of your life that you feel that you are being smothered, or you are being, shrink down, that you're not allowed to express yourself, to express your truth, you have to understand at that moment that this is an infringement upon your sovereignty. And then it is time now to stand up for yourself and understand that you're not alone, that you have absolutely nothing to fear, and all you have to do is stand in your own power and speak your truth with love, and understanding that nothing can happen to you because there are so many people, so many benevolent energies around you, rooting for you, assisting you and pushing you and protecting you. And you yourself, you are protecting yourself because your higher self is protecting yourself. So you are your higher self, therefore you are protecting yourself. So there's absolutely nothing to fear. I know it is difficult to stand up for ourselves, especially when we've experienced, infringement upon our expression. It is so difficult to find our voice back and express ourselves once more. But it is now time to start doing that and start, really standing up for ourselves, and standing up for our truth, and standing up for what we believe in our hearts, what gives us love, and yeah, really express ourselves and shine as bright and as loud and clear as you can, because it is what you are here to do. It is absolutely what you are here to do. So yeah, I guess that was the message I wanted to share today, truly, to really stand tall and shine bright and express yourself. Just express your truth and don't be afraid. We are all there holding space, holding love, and assisting each other, assisting one another. So it's all going to be okay. And yeah, that's it.
That was so heart expanding. I literally just feel my heart just expanding wide open. Beautiful. Yes, it is. And it is very hard. I know I've always struggled with expressing myself and speaking out. So for me to do these roundtables, I never thought I would be able to do. And I still am struggling now to actually fully speak my truth. But I find these roundtables, by hosting them, actually it's aiding me to do that. It's like aiding me to start expressing myself more. And I know that this is the start of the journey fully of expressing myself, but I know eventually, as I stand strong in my sovereignty and be anchored, that I know that I will get there to be fully anchored. And beautiful message. Thank you, Samia.
Thank you.
And Paulina.
Yes, now I understand why am I speaking last. Because all these beautiful messages has been delivered, and I resonate with all of them really deeply. And I feel like everyone, each of you bring a really special message. And what you were saying, Samia, about your higher self and seeing yourself as a child. So at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm bringing mindfulness into a primary school. And funny enough, today we was actually talking and working on the emotions. We was working on the sacral chakra. So it's all about being in a flow, right? Being in the movement. So we had some movement. We did some affirmations. I do sound healing with the kids as well. But it was I gave them something to do today, which I think they didn't expect, which was an exercise where they have to write how do they feel about themselves, and then they have a partner, and they had to write about how do they feel about their partner. And then at the end, they compare the paper, just seeing, is the person that I'm working with, my partner, is it, is she or he feels the same way about me? because sometimes we think things about ourselves that it maybe it's true for us, but it's not true for someone else. Someone else might see us with a different pair of eyes, right? We might feel like we are shy and we are not confident, and the other person will say, well, she's super confident, right? And it doesn't show at all, but inside it's only you know how you feel. So today we was bringing out all those informations and all those emotions, and it was beautiful to see. And I think, growing up, it's so important to have someone, to believe in you, because when someone believe in you and put this little spark of creation, opens you up to that, then you start believing in yourself, right? And then you expand. And yes, of course, we have so many different experiences in life, positive and negative, that makes us grow. And when we go on the healing journey, because the healing journey starts from the beginning, very beginning, in the womb of our mothers, right? And depends how the mother feels when she's pregnant with us. All this energy, all these emotions, everything that she holds, she gives to the baby. So we come to life already with that, right? And then we learn through life how to work through that, how to how we find ourselves, who we are, and unraveling all those layers of onion. You work on one layer, maybe it's something emotional, maybe there's a trauma, maybe there's something else, there's always something else. But through working through all those layers, we become ourselves, our true selves, right? Our empowered selves. And it's only through this journey that we can do it, I believe. And I remember myself when I was very little, and growing up in general, I did not understand what sovereignty is, what it means, because I felt always influenced by others. So, and I see this within my children and other children that I meet, that they get influenced a lot by their peers, and they sometimes don't know how to say no. Even if it's your friend, but they're doing something wrong, for example, you will not say no because you don't want to hurt them feelings. But as you grow up, you start to find those boundaries and learn that actually it's not being in my power. It doesn't mean that I need to agree to everything. It's actually being in my power and setting my boundaries is to sometimes say no to something that doesn't resonate with me, right? And sovereignty for me, it's making conscious choices for myself, for my life, and not being either tricked into decisions or influenced by other people. The same when we go to a doctor or we go to a healer, this person is not there to fix you. We are not supposed to give our power away to someone else to do something for us, to fix us, to heal us, to tell us what we need to do. They should be there simply to guide us, to hold the space for us, so we can actually be empowered and do the work that we're here to do. So everybody's gonna have a different journey, but it's important to, like Cora was saying as well, to believe, to have faith, to trust. We all was in maybe a place of judgment sometimes, and I think that's a human nature. But then there's this light within us that even if somebody is a bad person or is doing bad decisions, bad choices, there is still this spark, the divine spark within, that it opens once that person start trusting that someone else has a faith in them, can change around their life completely around. And it's beautiful. So we are here to deliver these messages. We are here to hold space for one another, right? And the same for Gaia, because when we start healing ourselves, when you try to work on all those layers that we have, we are helping energetically the consciousness, and also Mother Gaia. So I sometimes go out in nature and take my my chakra ball set, and I play just to balance her, just to shift the energy, because the plants, the nature, the trees, the waters, the rivers, the oceans, the air, the sky, the universe, it receives. So we are vibration, we are frequency, we, nothing is impossible, I feel. So that's my message for today. And follow your heart, follow your inner guidance. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. You truly know what you can and cannot do. Just trust and believe in yourself. Thank you.
Beautiful.
you.
Yes. And as we rise, as does Gaia. So that's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful message. Thank you, Paulina. Actually, a beautiful share from the heart. Right.
Everything resonates with what is being said. It's just,
Yes, beautiful, so beautiful. Lovely to hear everybody.
yeah, like you said, Cora, like when someone does something and everyone else on the group is picking up on it as well, and it's just it's amazing. It's just all these little bits of the puzzle, and it just anchors it in more, doesn't it? I find.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you all, and yeah,
Thank
just
you.
and Samia, Siobhan, just resonate with everything everyone said.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So now we are going to start a beautiful sound healing meditation to connect with your true sovereignty within. We are all beautiful sparks of Christ consciousness, as we've previously mentioned. The Christos Sophia energy lies within each of us. Make yourself comfortable now. Grab any crystals that you would like to meditate with. We will wait a few minutes while you get yourself prepared. Really settle down and allow yourself to relax. Now we would like for you to imagine your love light bubble around you. This can be whatever color comes to mind, and expand it out, setting intentions to activate your I am love light within you and around you. With a strong intention that you do not consent to any infringements of you, and repeat the Lemurian word for sovereignty, solarkingandqueen. As you start taking deep breaths in and out, just allow yourself to relax.
Kuruvu, 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 anna, kuruvu, roa, kuruvu, o kuruvu. Kuruvu, anna, kuruvu, roa, kuruvu, o kuruvu. Kuruvu, anna, kuruvu, roa, kuruvu, o kuruvu.
going down into Mother Earth, Gaia, and use your imagination to connect to the benevolent energy within her. This may be to the crystal, rocks, Gaia's womb of creation. Imagine your roots wrapping around this energy and pull the energy up your body, feeling this going up and activating all your chakras, reaching your crown and feeling the connection to your higher self, feeling the energy activating your left side, your divine feminine, and then moving across your right side, your divine masculine energy, feeling the balance of these, removing any lower energy coming up. You are now activated and ready to go on a journey. You now imagine in front of you a magical creature or an animal that will guide you on this journey. This may be an eagle, a lion, dragon, or unicorn. Whatever you sense has arrived to guide you. You start to travel with them. As you're traveling, you pass through golden fields of wheat, past streams of glistening water, beautiful trees, using all your imagination as you are traveling on this journey, connecting with the source sunlight, or maybe the moonlight. Whatever is coming into your imagination within your journey, as you travel along, you see a clearing ahead, and you start to hear the sounds of laughter and joy. You reach this clearing, and you're greeted with the laughter, with a community of people, animals, and any other energy that you imagine there in front of you. As you connect with this community of energy, you may notice the energy from this life, or maybe from a past life experience. As you all come together in love and joy, feeling this beautiful sense of community and unity, you also have a strong sense of your sovereignty within you. As you stand there, enjoying, remembering who you truly are, laughing and chatting within this space, you see a golden energy start sprouting up from the ground. This beautiful golden energy is a gift from Gaia. You also sense the divine Father Solar King energy of the A.U.R.A energy, this beautiful stag wand. Now as you connect there, enjoying the energy. You watch this golden plant sprouting, grow, Vora, bloom, R.A.A.H, and activate. Mo. You start seeing and it's turning into a golden rose energy, the golden solar king and the divine mother's rose in unity. Now we will be quiet as you allow yourself time to connect with your gift. You may like to place this gift, the golden rose, within you. See if you receive any message today as you stand in your sovereignty. What does sovereignty mean for you? Connecting with this energy within you, in this community, with the other sovereign beings of light, while you are connecting your roots to Gaia, being at one with the beautiful rose that she is.
Akata solare solare vilaka vilaka solare akata solare vilaka vilaka solare.
You can place the energy of the golden rose on your land or anywhere you visit to aid Gaia lift her vibration and embody her full sovereignty, cleansing and clearing using the golden rose, the union, the sacred union Divine Mother and Father, the crystals, Sphere energy. It's time to leave that space now. You can always connect to your golden rose gift whenever you wish. You thank Gaia for allowing you to connect your roots within her and all the benevolent energies you connected with during your meditation. You will now feel the energy leaving your body, going down all your chakras and into the energy that you first connected to. Thanking that energy. You imagine your roots coming back up into your feet and close down the portals. You are now feeling fully integrated as you start connecting back into your body now. You are now connecting to your arms, feeling your legs. You can start wriggling your fingers and toes. You can start waking up now. You are now fully integrated back into the body. You are fully integrated into the body. You are feeling wonderful and marvelous all over. Whenever you're ready, you can sit up, come round, grab a drink of water. Thank you for joining us for this sound healing meditation.